All right, boys and girls, I'm going to be going now over lesson 29, which is problems about length, liquid, volume, mass, and weight. So this week we're going to be learning about solving problems about length, liquid volume, mass, and weight. So if we're given something in liters, we need to be able to convert it into milliliters. So we're going to be doing a lot of the conversions that we did earlier this year. Okay, so let's look at a couple problems, and I want to compare them to what your quiz is going to be like. So, it says Julia buys a spool, so here's her spool, of 12 yards of wire. The students in her jewelry making class use 4 yards, 2 feet of the wire for one project and 7 feet of wire for another. So, they have 12 yards total, and they use 4 yards and 2 feet. So a little bit over 4 yards for one project, and then they also use 7 yards for another project. How many do they have left? So if I can add up 4 and 7, I know that that's 11 yards, right? So now I have 11 yards and 2 feet. So I need to know how many feet are in 1 yard. So do they give that to us? Well, I know that there's, well, no, they didn't. I need a conversion table. 1 second. Let me get one. I'm going to upload a conversion table for you guys. So there's 3 feet in 1 yard. Okay, so 3 feet equals 1 yard. So, oopsie. So if I know 3 feet are in 1 yard, how many yards are there in 2 feet? Or how many feet of wire does she have left? Oh, feet. They want our answer in feet. So I need to convert 11 yards to feet. So if I know 1 yard is equal to 3 feet, how many feet are 11 yards? So we just multiply diagonally. 3 times 11 is 33. So she has 33 yards, feet, plus this other 2. So 33 plus 2 would give me 35 feet. Okay. Here we go. It says Nestor needs, so I'm on page 609. Nestor needs 750 centimeters of rope. Rope comes in lengths of 4.5 meters and 9 meters at the hardware store. Which length of rope should Nestor buy? So, how many centimeters to meters? Think of centimeters as centimeters, the word cent in here. Think of like a century. So, how many years is a century? That's 100. So there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Okay? So which length of rope should Nestor buy? 1 meter, and then it says right here, 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So 4.5 meters equals how many centimeters? So if 1 meter is 100, what's 4 meters? That would be 400, right? But I also have half of a meter. So what's half of 100, boys and girls? That would be 50. So that's 450 centimeters. And then 9 meters would be 900 centimeters. Which length is greater than 750 centimeters? And that would be the 900 centimeters. We wouldn't have enough if we only did 450. So Nestor should buy rope with a length of 9 meters. Which length is greater? Half of a meter or 240 centimeters? So remember, we said half of a meter. So if a meter is 100 centimeters, what's half of 100? And that would be 50 centimeters. Centimeters. Oopsie. And then we have 240 centimeters. So which one's bigger? Centimeters. 240, because 240 is bigger than 50. Did I do that right? Let me just double check. Lesson 29. And I'm on page 609. Did Ms. Org do it correctly? Yes, she did. 240 and 50. Okay. Marco, Javier, and Jim go to a party. Marco brings 1.5 liters of lemonade. Javier brings a 2-liter bottle. And Jim brings 450 milliliters. So we're going from liters to milliliters. So how many milliliters lemonade do the boys bring to the party in all? So I have 1.5 liters, and I need to get that to milliliters, okay? So if I know 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters, okay? So how much would 1.5 liters be? Okay, so I'm just going to multiply diagonally. I know 1,000 times 1 would give me 1,000 again. And then what's half of 1,000? Half of 1,000 is 500. So I would have 1,500 milliliters. So that's for Marco. So that's 1 that we have to add. I also need to convert 2 liters. So I know 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So let's multiply diagonally. 1,000 times 2 would give me 2,000 milliliters. So that's another one I need to add together. And then my last one, 450 milliliters. So I don't need to convert that because it's already into milliliters. Plus 450. So 0. Whoa, this is not, I did not line those up properly. I'm going to mess up. 0, 5, 4. So 0, 5, 9, and 3. 3,950 milliliters. Let's double check my answer. And we are good. Okay. How many cups? So Benny has 2 small fish tanks with 1 fish in each tank. One tank has 3.5 quarts of water. The other tank has 12 cups of water. Benny combines the water into 1 large fish tank with both fish in the large tank. So it tells us 4 cups are in 1 quart. Okay, so if we have 3.5 quarts, I have to put it into cups. So 3 times 4 would give me 12 cups. And then a half of 4 cups would be, so what's half of 4, boys and girls? That would be 2. So 2 plus 2 would give me 14. So 3.5 quarts equals 14 cups. I hope I'm doing this right. I wish I had my conversion table in front of me. Yes. And 14 cups plus 12 cups equals 26 cups. Because the other tank already has 12, so that's why we added it again. So there are 26 cups of water in the large tank. At least 5 cups of water are needed for each fish in a tank. How many more fish could Benny be able to put in the large tank? Explain. So we would just do 26, we divide it by 5. So if that's how much it can handle and we need 5 for each fish, let's see how many 5 of these cups we can fit into 26. So 5 times 5 I know is 25 with 1 cup remaining. So I could fit 5 fish. I'm going to be posting another video with more of these sample problems because there's a lot to get through in this lesson. So this is just part 1 and expect part 2 to come soon.